Welcome to the victory circle, the victory corner. The I don't fucking know. We won though, huh? Will?
What do we even call? I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know what to talk about. Uh, I guess it feels good. It's been over 6 weeks since we've been able to talk about a victory on this show.
I
Right?
just wish we could play every NFL team's third string quarterback every single week.
Well, we're lucky that Trace McSorley didn't go down because then next on the list is Carson Strong, and he might have pulled it off.
Was he active?
I don't think so.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
That would have been really tough for me. But obviously, I know where my allegiances lie.
Yeah. You know who didn't throw as many interceptions as Pat Mahomes?
Trace McSorley.
Trace McSorley. And oh my God, the Chiefs were so close to falling to the Texans in overtime.
That is like, I get it. Technically, they escaped with a victory. The Broncos got a moral victory last week. I know that's lame to say, but the Texans or the Chiefs had a moral loss today in Houston.
Yeah, I'd be a little concerned about
Disgusting.
the Chiefs if I were a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are gutting it out against the two worst teams in the NFL back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, and after the Cowboys did that, they just straight up lost to the Jags today. But we're going to talk about the Denver Broncos on this Denver Broncos post-game recap. I'm Brendan Burner here with Will Keys. Make sure you check out Will's YouTube channel, Will Sucks at Games, and Built to Will, where he reviews one movie, just one movie so far.
Yeah.
But there will be more. They're very, very good, very well done videos. Better than anything I do on my main channel.
Not true.
Better than anything Will writes for me. So if you want to see Will with his wings unclipped, check out his channel.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah. You like the backhanded compliment in there?
I did, yeah. Yeah, you had to toss a little salt in with all that sugar.
Oh, why is that video better than the one I did? Oh, because Will's using his own head for every line instead of me going in later. It's a way that I deflect responsibility for myself, Will.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You know who's deflecting a lot of things today? JJ Watt.
JJ Watt. Ooh.
It really looked bad for a while.
It looked like JJ Watt was 26 years old again.
Yeah. I swear to God, like DeAndre Hopkins was catching passes. JJ Watt had 3 sacks, I think all in the first half.
Yeah.
You're like, wow, what is this, 2014 right now?
Yeah.
Colt McCoy's in the game. Like, could have sworn this was a game from another era.
Yeah. And then to top it off, it was, Vance Joseph's defense stymieing the Broncos and Matt Prater just blasting 50-yard field goals in Mile High like he never left. Also, like it's what, 2013.
Exactly, yeah.
When did he leave?
Yeah, he left 2014. He got cut.
Yeah.
For boozing.
So I was okay because the Broncos second half, they score 3 touchdowns. They win the game 24-15. They give up a garbage time touchdown. Like, we know how it ended. The offense clicked. And I said it during the stream, and then I saw Nathaniel Hackett talk about it, but they made an adjustment at halftime, and that was just to really commit to running the football because they didn't have a choice, because their line was decimated before the game started, got worse. Quinn Miners goes down. Dalton Reisner was hurt. Tom Compton's in there for one of those guys. He gets fucking hurt at some point too. Yeah, Quinn Miners poked in the eye, taken to an eye specialist. The point is they couldn't block. There's 5 sacks at halftime, I think.
6. There were 6.
6, then 7 total. So just 1 in the second half. Fucking Latavius Murray channeled his fountain of youth. He looked good. Marlon Mack there. So they started running the ball well, and it opened up everything. Everything worked after that. So it kind of felt like our theory about if the run game is effective with some big runs in
Right.
addition to your 4-yard, your 7-yard, that maybe the rest of the offense will work. And then that's what we saw happen.
Yeah, they're on schedule in the second half. They're on schedule. They're getting 3 or 4 yards on first down. In the run game, they're running the ball well out of shotgun too, which I would like to see that run game. Oh wow, thank you, Steven.
$50 super. He's commenting about you making the Chiefs fans worry.
Wow. If I can get paid to make Chiefs fans worry, it's a good deal. I mean, I'm not really worried about them. I think I'm worried about them when they play the Bills in the playoffs. Or the Bengals too, Anybody else, it's not really a contest.
No. It's just like I don't think they're better than the Bills or Bengals. Yes, correct. And even though you're a Chiefs fan, Steven, you were there for the live stream.
We ride and we die together.
And now he's referencing Broncos will ride/fly, and I said we just need to change Broncos country, let's ride, to Broncos country, let's fly. And then we attach wings to the horse, and the Broncos' new logo is a horse that can fucking fly. And then everybody's like, you mean a Pegasus?
Pegasus,
I said, no, I mean a horse that we glue some giant wings on and it flies by way of us making it. And I said, no mythical creatures. There's got to be some Frankenstein bastardization of modern science gone wrong.
Yeah.
That's our new motto going forward. And then the Broncos won, so we might be onto something. Anyway, now everybody knows the inside joke from the earlier stream.
Good.
But you were talking about the run game, running from shotgun. They're also doing this. Their pitches, the stretch run game was also working.
Yeah, and you know what? So people were confused that Calvin Anderson wasn't getting the start.
Right.
Because Calvin Anderson's been good as a pass protector, but he leaves a lot to be desired in the run game, and I think we saw the difference there. I think it was Fleming at left tackle,
right?
And yeah, you could tell. So that obviously made life a lot easier on Brett Rypien. Unlocked a few passes, I think, to Jerry Jeudy on the outside, and just generally kept things on schedule. Like even with, especially in the second half, I should say, because things were not on schedule, mostly because of the sacks.
Yeah.
Early in the game. But yeah, credit to them for finding those, holes in the Cardinals defense and adjusting. I will say that it is shocking that against the Vance Joseph defense, Greg Dulcich or Eric Saubert or really any tight end didn't have 250 yards receiving, because this should have been, this should have been Dulcich's Shannon Sharp against the Chiefs 3 touchdown kind of game.
Yeah, it should have been his. Everybody's going to draft him number 1 overall in fantasy.
Yeah. I guess Eric Tomlinson did get a touchdown.
He did.
On probably the sweetest play fake
I've
seen since Peyton Manning against the Cowboys. That was so cool.
It was the coolest thing Brett Rypien has ever done.
Yeah.
I talked about it in the recap, but it fooled me. I did not think he still had the ball watching it live. Watching it in replay, it's not quite as impressive, but live, he just stops. Sweet. Like he hands it off and then he just like this.
To know that you have the ball and to just totally relax your body like that, with the threat of being hit by an NFL defensive lineman, takes such balls to pull off.
Yeah, it was.
I just thought that was cool.
It was amazing. It was a great touchdown to Tomlinson, who also he almost scored the touchdown before, but it was like I guess maybe a screen to him, and he kind of tripped over his own feet and then fell down like at the 2-yard line.
Yep.
He caught his balance, but dear God, did he look like Eric Decker all over again.
Yeah, wearing 87.
Wearing 87 and doing it. It was humorous. I think Marlon Mack scored after that, but
he did. Yeah. I mean, those were like, it is insane that our receiving options, really just skill position in general. Marlon Mack had a touchdown, not on the team to begin the season. Latavius Murray had a touchdown, not on the team. Brett Rypien, the backup quarterback, threw a touchdown to the blocking tight end, Eric Tomlinson. UDFA, Brandon Johnson was catching passes.
Yeah.
Hamler, no Hamler, no Tim Patrick, no Cortland Sutton. Like, obviously.
Then jump into the offensive line on top of that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not saying, someone asked us too about Hackett. It's like, okay, not to comment like on his job security, but you do have to give him credit for putting up 24 points, and Clint Kubiak too for putting up 24 points with the shell of an offense.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that you like have to be careful about pulling the trigger too quickly when a coaching staff who's deserved every bit of criticism that they've received this season is starting to put something together with next to nothing.
Yeah. And
even last week against Kansas City, but it's both games. Like if you're like, you know what, I don't believe in these guys. It's the first half of both of those games was complete dog shit for the offense.
Yeah.
Right.
Of course.
So it's not like the offense was kind of pedestrian, maybe settling for a couple field goals, missing some they just weren't doing anything in both games. And then luckily they got a couple picks off of Mahomes right before halftime, or the pick they scored right before halftime in that game. But like, that's why I can't just buy in and then be like, I know it sounds crazy, but let's bring Hackett back.
Yeah. So what's the, I have like I had an idea kind of in my head that if he won after last week, I kind of said if he wins 3 out of the last 4, then I think there's like a discussion to be made, because that would include beating either the Chiefs or the Chargers.
Ooh, if they can
go winless in the division.
No, if they can win both those games, he saves his job in my eyes, in my heart, in my soul, in my spirit.
So we have the Rams.
Yes.
Then you have the Rams on Christmas Day. If he can give me a nice, pleasant Christmas Yuletide victory, that'll go a long way.
Sure.
Because the last time we played on Christmas, Dontari Poe was throwing touchdowns against us. It was terrible.
That sucked.
Everybody was drunk. It's great. Not really. So that'll be, that's a big kind of benchmark, because I think winning 2 games in a row against teams that you probably should beat, I don't know at this point if they should beat the Rams, but the Rams aren't good right now.
Yeah, we have to look at the Rams. They play tomorrow. They play Monday night.
Yeah.
I'm just curious to see how they look with Baker after a week and a half or whatever.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he looks pretty good against the Raiders, obviously, with next to no preparation, and now he's got some time with Sean McVay.
Yeah. My gut tells me he's going to look worse, though.
I kind of agree with you.
I think he peaked in that game.
Yeah.
If he goes out and looks good against the Rams, and then the Broncos do get a win against the Rams on Christmas, I think that win has a little more merit, because you could be like, hey, the Rams are riding a little bit of momentum. They put something together with Baker. Broncos didn't beat like the Rams team we thought they would be playing 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and you want to see like if the offense stays level, I think, no matter whether Rypien or Wilson's in a quarterback.
Yeah.
And ideally they should get better with Russell Wilson in a quarterback.
Yeah. This is a good question.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Where you're at.
I mean,
I have a thought.
Okay, go ahead.
My first thought was if Russell Wilson started this game, the Broncos probably win. They score probably 30 points in this game. Then
I would agree.
My immediate thought after that was if Russell Wilson started this game, he might have suffered an even worse injury based on how bad the pass protection was for the first half. So I'm kind of glad he didn't. So it's so hard to tell, but I feel like they would have made some more plays earlier in that game with Russ. And Brett Rypien, to me, played well. His first half was bad, but it wasn't really like getting sacked 6 times. There's not a lot you can do about it. And there wasn't even like he was holding on the ball forever, taking like really bad sacks. like the first sack was just JJ Watt going untouched and then pancaking his ass, flattening him into the dirt.
Yeah.
To me, Brett Rypien is like a on-schedule Taylor Heineke. Like he plays in rhythm, which Heineke doesn't. But then the play he thought he had the free play, and he just throws a bad decision ball. Even if you think you have a bizarre free play, the shot you're taking shouldn't be a guaranteed interception for the defense.
To the double covered tight end.
Yeah. So that's what worries me about him.
Tight end.
Yeah. But again, like Will said, he made up for all of that with his play fake. After that play fake,
right. Oh yeah,
greatest fucking quarterback I saw all season long for the Broncos.
I see Rypien as like a really good, like solid backup.
Yeah.
Which is a very valuable thing to have. If you can just kind of like, I don't think he's ever going to threaten for a starting job in the NFL. But if you can turn to a guy and feel confident that he can just come in and win a game, which he's 2-1 in the NFL, you know, as a starter, if the refs throw a flag on Sauce Gardner, maybe he's 3-0 right now.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think he played better in this game for sure than he did against the Jets earlier. And obviously when he came in last week in relief of Russell Wilson.
He had just a very, very solid second half. Like I had nothing to complain about Brett Rypien from the second half of the football game.
The play where he spun out of the sack and tossed it to Marlon Mack.
Yeah.
Only Mahomes.
But it was the play or two later that he threw the pick.
Yes. Yeah. An interesting sequence for sure.
Because I think the chat said it, called him Brett Drippin after that. And I was about to tweet it, and then he threw a pick. And I was like, oh God, I can't.
No dripping.
He's
no longer dripping.
No. But hold on. I do want to talk a little bit more about Russell Wilson, the concussion. He didn't play. But if you play, no, hold on. Wrong button. If you played with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL and today's sponsor, I hope you used our code DNVR when you signed up. And I hope you ignored my advice and took the pregame moneyline wager and bet on the team from Colorado to win. Because if you hit on any pregame moneyline wager with at least a $5 bet, DraftKings is giving new customers $150 in free bets if it hits. Now, DraftKings, safe, secure, reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your money whenever you want. Not like some of those other places out there that say, no, it's 326. You can't do shit, buddy. DraftKings will not do that to you. Just use our code DNVR when you sign up at DraftKings. $5 new customers pregame moneyline wager. If it hits, $150 in free bets. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. See show notes for details. I didn't say it, Pepper, but correct. Correct. Okay, Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
Doesn't play because he was concussed last week. Now,
I know I put it in I think it was the Colts video, but when you're concussed and going to a casino, feels like the last place you should go.
I had to remove that because there was I had to cut it. It was funny, but it was like I only we should save it for a Broncos thing because I didn't think enough
Yeah,
people would get the
true.
reference because it's very Broncos specific. But yeah, he was at casino with Ciara.
Yeah, yeah. And there's that picture of him at the blackjack table just looking sad,
Yeah,
which I thought was very relatable
yeah,
and
and it
very
was also
humanizing.
yeah, and then there's like another picture of him happy with Ciara, and somebody was like,
Yeah,
they're trying to use sad Russ to like paint a negative picture of Russ. It was like all
right.
this weird shit. But yeah, being at a casino after concussion, I thought the joke was hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't feel like the place where just like flashing neon lights
Yeah.
and loud noises. I don't know.
Do you think this helps with my brain, guys? Is this healing my brain?
Is
Does the
this making
smell of smoke everywhere help my brain?
smoke? Yeah, the smoke too. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I think obviously the Tua situation from earlier this year, most likely factored in. I think the situation in terms of being, disqualified from the playoffs already factored in. I think confidence they had in Brett Rypien, the fact that they're playing a Cardinals team that just probably didn't move the needle. I think those are all factors, but at the end of the day, like they made probably like the safe choice and what I think was the right choice and got out of it with a victory still.
Yeah, because
Best case scenario.
he was cleared by the team doctors, right?
Yes.
And then Nathaniel Hackett and the staff decided not to play him.
Correct.
And I really applaud that decision on the medical level because I really, based on everything I know about concussions, don't think anyone is actually fully healed from their concussions after 7 days. That's
No,
like
probably
the
not.
minimum time limit. They say you're healed from a concussion is 7 days. And obviously, if you're not fully healed from a concussion, the chances of you getting another one, a more severe one, are like double. And Russ may have not liked the decision, but like,
Just his like prerogative too. Like he's a
yeah,
competitor. That's fine.
yeah. And like he had he had his staff look at it, but like the way he handled it, he never like said he didn't like it and he was angry about it. It got turned into a thing like he's unhappy with the decision too. That's not how he came off in the media. Maybe somewhere else it happened. I don't know, but like I think it's just smart to not play any player 7 days after concussion, especially when it's a concussion that we can see with our eyeballs that looks really bad. Like the lights went out for us. Okay, we saw it happen last week. So
Very much so. Yeah.
in a game like this, sure, he could have went out and played really well. Maybe changed the narrative a tiny bit.
If it's a playoff game, he probably plays.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
the
the
furthest
NFL.
thing from it. So
But it's like I tweeted that like players shouldn't play that, and people like trust the doctors. Like I do. I just don't trust NFL doctors clearing guys after 7 days. But anyway, I thought it was a good decision by the coaching staff and the team or whoever the fuck made the call.
I agree. Yeah. And we got, look at Clint Kubiak's offense with because Kubiak wasn't calling the plays when Rypien started the first time this year.
Right.
He did this time, and they made good adjustments and played to Rypien's strengths. And like another thing too that I liked was seeing Jerry Jeudy in Cortland Sutton's role for the second straight week.
Yeah.
He just looked good. Like he looked fast. Like they even threw this like bubble screen to the left.
Yeah.
That worked.
I know.
It was so weird.
They threw a couple screens that worked. It was very weird.
Yeah. Well, they had the 66-yard touchdown off the screen last week.
That's right.
So something has changed, clearly. Something has clicked a little bit. I'm just seeing now that Latavius Murray's last 3 games against the Cardinals, 130 yards today, 102 yards last time, 155 yards before that.
He feasts against the Cardinals.
He's a Cardinal killer.
Yeah, it was a solid. He looked faster than he has this season.
Yeah,
Like
he's
he looked
just
like he
good.
had a little more burst.
Yeah, he looked good on that 36-yard run. He just he has good patience.
Yeah,
I think he picks the hole well. He's not like a breakaway kind of guy. He's not going to, just bust through the line and go 80 yards at any point. But I think he maximizes the blocking that's in front of him.
yeah.
Has good vision.
No, it's like this season's been bad, but if you're looking for a couple silver linings moving forward, like if Latavius Murray comes back next year, not necessarily in a starting role, but like knowing he's on the roster, that makes you feel like good. Jerry Jeudy's stock is way up, seeing him utilized in a role that's more fitting to his skill set. And then you're like, well, a lot of these guys who are injured, some of them are going to return. But I also think we kind of know where our deficiencies are a lot more accurately than we did before the season as well on offense.
Yeah, for sure. And a lot of them are kind of murky just because of the injuries too. But injuries themselves are not something where you're going to go like, well, this is temporary. Everybody's going to come back next year. But some guys just are injured. Like that is their permanent status. Like you can't at this point, you can't count on KJ Hamler playing a full season.
No.
Or
you can't count on him
most
playing
of
a
the
month.
season. Yeah. So you have to factor that into your team building process, I think. And I've said it a few times on here, but you just have to treat durability as a trait like speed or hands or really anything, intangibles. It's one of the most important things, and we're seeing it.
Yeah, we need a Pro Football Focus durability page.
Yeah.
I've never seen that Chris Collinsworth clip before, by the way.
Really?
Well. Yeah.
That was the first time?
Yeah, first time I've ever seen it.
So many times. But yeah, no, it's pretty weird.
It was like, what is he saying? Weird.
Yeah. I tell you what, man.
I walk around with $100 bill hanging out of my pocket.
I keep getting older. They stay the same age.
You know who like me?
Here's a guy who keeps getting older, but they stay the same age. All right.
You know who really likes me? Girls ages 14 to 18. I was like, whoa, that's a weird thing to say. I don't care if that clip's old. That's weird.
Yeah.
Weird, Chris.
Oh, come on, Chris. What are we doing? What are we doing here?
Chris.
And then he had Jack Collinsworth.
Yeah.
Which was worse than anything he said in that video.
The defense, good. Like 6 picks the last 2 games.
Yeah, that's pretty good, right?
Yep, I'd say so. 2 for Simmons in this game.
Yeah, Simmons. So he's played 9 games and he's got 5 picks.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
He, this game, like the picks in this game are less to me about like the defense playing really well and more about your opposing quarterback making some bad throws.
Yeah, I mean, when you're facing kind of bottom feeder quarterbacks like Colt McCoy, Trace McSorley, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. And like if you want to credit Simmons' first pick, really got to show some more love to Alex Singleton because he's the guy who blasted Colt McCoy on the throw, forcing, the early thing. The early throw. God, I'm ready to go to bed. What was the other play Singleton made?
I don't know.
Oh, he might have been responsible for taking McCoy out of the game. I can't remember, but like just again, that was a solid pickup. Alex Singleton. We talk about him every week, but he keeps making plays and he passes your durability test. Will
He does.
I'd like to see him back as well.
I would love to keep him around.
Yeah.
Is he like Fred Warner? No. Is he just like tough and reliable and a dog? He is a dog. He's got that dog in him. I like him. Keep him around.
He's like a golden retriever.
Yeah.
You don't expect him, but I'm pretty sure they're responsible for a lot of bites on humans.
I think that is true. That is true.
It feels like a true stat, right? It feels like I heard it from somewhere.
Yeah, they're one of the bitier breeds.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Fuck those golden retrievers, man.
Yeah,
you gotta watch out for them.
I don't see a gold retriever in a dark alley.
We should write. No, we should write a gritty dogfighting movie about a golden retriever who stood out amongst all the pit bulls.
Yeah, it'll be like Air Bud.
Yeah, but for dogfighting.
Yeah, it'll be.
We will get a guest appearance from Mike Vick too. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He'll be he'll have a cameo in it for sure.
And the way we'll get around it is a third of the proceeds will go to animal charities helping dogs.
What if the golden retriever like grows up in a pack of pit bulls thinking he's a pit bull? But he's obviously
I like that he's never accepted by pit bulls. And the only way he has
dog parks and gets bullied by pit bulls.
Yeah. It's like if
I'm trying to think of like a parallel movie here.
It's like Air Bud directed by. It's like Air Bud meets like fucking blood sport or kickboxer.
Yeah.
Like,
obviously, there's a little bit of Rocky in there.
No, his brother, his golden retriever brother, is killed by a pit bull in a dog fight.
Oh yeah.
And then he goes and trains with the world's greatest dogfighting trainer somewhere exotic. Yeah. And learns how to really fight and learns that it's not just about being like a super strong jawed dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, played by
the gauntlet.
Played by the trainer played by Harvey Keitel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mr. Keitel. And yeah.
I like that. We should have a podcast sometime, maybe in the off season, where we only come up with movie ideas.
I think we can do it.
Watch the money roll right in as people click out after 3 minutes.
Hey man, everybody else does it.
Yeah.
Fucking we can't go off on a tangent.
I love the tangents. I love to.
That's how Pardon My Take got started.
Yeah, that's true. Well, they're talented, unlike us, so.
Yeah, they are pretty good. What's talent got to do with it, though?
Nothing. Not very much. Not very much.
Not very much. Living example, bitches.
The Washington Commanders, they lost. I missed that.
Victor, are you in my life? Wow, this is interesting. I want to tell you guys why. Because I ordered some green chili just 2 days ago. Had some leftovers, made a burrito this morning, and my wife literally asked me, are you going to put sour cream on your burrito? And I say, when I got green chili, I don't need no stinking sour cream. So this comment is very interesting. Sorry. It's like, I thought Jess was writing that comment at first.
Maybe that's her burner account.
Yeah, the Commanders lost.
In very controversial fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had the ball at the 1 yard line, under mid left, needing a touchdown. They got flagged for illegal formation, which it looks like it was probably legal. And then looks like the Giants got away with PI on the play after.
They did.
Won the game.
Here's what I'll say to all of that.
Yeah.
I believe it was second down. Taylor Heineke fires a shot into the end zone, hits the Giants player right in the hands, and he just drops it. So after that play, everything that happened with the Commanders, they were playing with house money, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. But
it's not a great argument, but I was like, dang. Nobody
yeah.
like if the Commanders win, nobody's going to talk about how horrible that throw was by Heineke right there.
And
I'm
no
on a
one's talking about it
Heineke
now, really.
truthing mission. And I love him. It's so infuriating watching him play sometimes.
That team with and Heineke's not bad. I don't think he's bad at all. But
No,
with that team with a good quarterback, would be pretty scary.
yeah, especially Jahan Dotson's playing well now.
Dotson's the man. Even De'Ami Brown's getting in the mix, and obviously future All-Pro tight end Cole Turner, and Terry Mickle.
Klein and even they've used Curtis Samuel better this year too.
But. Yeah. I honestly Ron Rivera deserves so much credit for wading through just a terrible situation with just an embarrassing franchise and building a respectable team just about every year. I know they kind of fell apart last year, but 2 out of 3 years, it seems like they could make the playoffs. Now, I guess after this one, it's a little dicier, but
I would say he's a leader of men coach, like a real leader of men coach.
Absolutely.
They bring new head coaches in, and they try to label them as leaders of men. Rivera is one of the real ones, and I think actually Taylor Heineke's greatest strength is being a leader on the field for the team. I think guys rally around him. They don't.
Yeah, and the PFF, and I'm using them as a blanket label for everybody,
sure.
But they laugh at stuff like that. If you said that to someone who's some nerd on Twitter,
some tape hacker,
check mark,
some tape grinder,
a tape grinder or an analytics douche, they would laugh in your face. But I bet if you talked to, if you had boots on the ground and you talked to people in the locker room and you talked to Terry McLaurin, it's okay, what's the difference between playing with Carson Wentz and playing with Taylor Heineke? It's Wentz can make throws that Heineke can't, obviously. They both get a little erratic sometimes, but Heineke inspires confidence and he boosts the level of play with the guys around him. And you can't necessarily quantify that.
No.
On the stat sheet, and it's what separates football from a sport like baseball, where it's a series of individual outcomes, and everybody's, an isolated, set of inputs and outputs.
Yeah,
football's different.
If you're playing with a guy who's getting excited a lot during the game after good plays, and it's genuine, that makes you want to keep playing for that guy. And that's what Heineke does. He's excited for his teammates. He's excited when he makes a play. He'll get in guys' faces. He rushed for a first down, jumped up, did his whole this shit. I was oh, they're building some momentum. And then also just a couple plays later, he's running again and he fumbled and gave the ball away. And it wasn't even an egregious fumble. He had no Tom Brady type day, but you're right. That doesn't get accounted for, but it is something. And you started with Rivera talking about it, and he's just basically steered a ship, a leaky, rickety ship, through just a constant stream of diarrhea. That organization spews more diarrhea, more nonsense that the team has to deal with than any organization in the NFL. And he's kept that ship floating. So there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, he is sailing the diarrhea seas right now. in Washington. He is the Andy Dufresne of the NFL.
You want me to sign a Chiefs helmet?
Ooh.
Let me see, Steven. Where's my friggin'? Yeah, Steven. I got a P.O. box. Damn it. Oh, wait. Is this it? Oh, yeah. Here you go. Send it here. I'll sign it for you. Just ignore the store number. You don't need the store number.
There you go.
There it is. P.O. box. Send it, Steven. I'll sign whatever fuck you want. I just might forget to send it back to you. All right, let's get out of here, Will.
Okay.
You were talking about baseball. I started the Willie Mays documentary.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I watched the Nolan Ryan one, but I think that was Netflix.
Oh. Yeah, I want to watch that one.
Yeah, it was good. That was good.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, that was good.
That was good. We did it. 40 minutes. I want to go to bed. It's been a long day.
Same.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever the hell you do.
Yeah.
We'll see you Wednesday.
Let's ride.
Let's fly.
Let's fly. Sorry.
Fly.